Hi, Abby. How are you? Hope you're doing well. How's your weekend? I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm doing alright, thank you. So, you're back home, I guess. Just that babysitting. Yeah, you're saying, yeah. I'll do a bit of my workout stuff tonight, I think. Mainly probably going to be arms and back. Uh, yeah. Um, yeah, it's a very quiet day today, really. I was in two minds to go out and bus today, but I kind of talked myself out of it, as usual. So yeah, I need to stop doing that. It just kind of sucks when you're on your own and you've not got anyone to go out there to support you, really. It's just, yeah. But it's the way it is. Hope everybody's had a great day today. Like the live, everybody. Hi, Sunblood. How you doing? You're getting the right mindset for busking. Yeah, it takes a certain mindset. Yeah. I could have technically have done it today. It would have probably been a good day to do it, but I don't know, just wasn't really feeling like it. How are you? I'm alright, thank you. What's your name, by the way? Thank you for the like, whoever that is. So, yeah. What's everybody up to tonight? Um, Finton, it's an Irish name. Oh yeah, Finton. Nice to meet you. Is this your first time here, or have you been before, or? It's like blood. Sup blood. Sapnim blood. First time. Oh yeah, that's what she said. Anyway, she started to cry and I've got to see if she's okay. Be right back. Okay, no worries. Alright, so I'm gonna do some arm workout, maybe some back as well. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's into working out, anything like that. If anyone's, wants any advice, let me know. What is the goal? I usually just go on here to talk to people and try to form conversation and stuff. Yeah, but I would like to try and build this up and do well with it. Maybe at some point I can get a guest on and do it as like a podcast sort of thing, but just trying to build it up, and once it gets a bit of traction, then buy them subs. Okay, you take care. Yeah. BTW, what do you mean? Ignore by, sorry? What? I don't know. I don't know if they were being serious or whatever, like, anyway, hope everyone's doing well. I don't know. Anyway, you take care then. Yeah. So I might do the tricep dips. How are we all doing tonight? Hope you have a good Christmas. Yeah, you too. I should probably go out tomorrow and do it, but I've actually got some phone calls tomorrow, but I don't know. Yeah. It's just I always try and make excuses for things, isn't it? Or just kind of cop out and, yeah. It's kind of shit really, but yeah. So I feel like I could be doing so much better in life. I could be some kind of a lot of the time, and I just end up kind of not. Yeah, I'm British, yeah. So I was like, yeah, just being kind of like procrastinating on things, and sometimes we can be our own worst enemy when we're just kind of we don't do what we should be doing, and it's like, why did I not just do it, you know? But you can't beat yourself up over it though. What's done is done. You just gotta just keep moving forwards. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't help when you've not got anyone there to go out and support you. You know, it's like I don't have that motivation to like just go out on my own and do it really. So when you've not, especially if I'm doing magic, maybe if I'm doing singing, but you know, it's hard to just be kind of go out there and stand there for hours and just try to make a bit of money, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like, whether it's, I'm not sure if it's really worth it, or when you see other people, they seem to be doing better, and I don't know. Okay, you take care. I don't know, so, you know, sometimes it can make you a bit bitter, and feel like, you know, I feel like I have certain talents and stuff, but it feels like I'm not, you know, I don't know, sometimes it feels like you're not really being appreciated enough. Like, even if I do try, and I do try to put myself out there, I don't know, maybe I'm just doing something wrong, maybe I'm just not enough of a entertainer while I'm out, I don't know, but there's people who seem to kind of be shit who can do well, I don't know. I don't know what it is really, but you think, oh yeah, am I really that bad? I mean, there's been times when I've done okay, but it's just not really, yeah. You know, it's just, if I was to go out and I'd be like, gonna be making like £20–30 an hour, then I'd be, oh, that's worth it then. You know, like to mess around trying to get into town, whatever, like, yeah, that'd be worth it, you know. But to stand out there and not even, most of the time wouldn't even be making £10 an hour. I mean, that's not even like a minimum wage job. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not doing it right. Maybe I need to be more, I don't know. So I was just kind of like, so I was like, oh, I can't really bother to tackle my, it's okay, but you know, people like, I don't know, they just like go out there and then they make £100 in a day or something, and I don't know that they don't focus on other people, but it's like, if I can't make at least £50 after like So sometimes I'll be performing for like 3 hours straight or something. Depends on how long I decide to stay out for, but it is what it is, and it's like, you know, it's like, I'm like, okay, am I even going to get a spot? Because sometimes I go out there and I'm worried that I might not even get the spot that I usually get because someone's already around that area. But setting up early seems to kind of, you know, help with that, but you just never know who's going to be out, especially at this time of year, and you get all these people trying to, especially on the weekend, I don't know. But maybe I should go out and try to. Another thing was that, you know, if I go out and then I can't perform because my internet, you know, I think last time I was out and I didn't really make a whole lot of money because I was like, my internet just kept cutting out all the time. And it was fairly busy, but it was like not really that much more busy than usual. So I was like, why is this happening? It was just kind of weird. It just kept cutting out. No, I think it was the time before last, I think it was, but it just kept on cutting out all the time. It was just an absolute nightmare, really. It was, yeah. I was like, fucking hell. It just ruins it when things like that happen, really. But, you know, it is what it is. I could try it tomorrow, I guess, but I don't know. Hello, the weakest dummy. How you doing? Welcome to my live. So I do want to go out and do it. It's just, but I don't know. Things just kind of like make me be like, I don't know. Is it even going to be worth it? Is the amount that I'm making worth it? Is it good? Is it worth, you know, kind of messing around? I've got this like equipment that's like quite heavy. There's no wheels on. I mean, there's one of the wheels has come off, and it's just I would have to basically carry it to the bus. And it's just it's not particularly fun, but you just gotta deal with it. It can be fun once I get out there, set it all up and get started, but sometimes it's just the thought of like, oh god, I have to go out and, you know, take my stuff out. And the thing is, if I do the singing, I can't go live. If I do other stuff, I can go live, but I wouldn't be able to film me doing the singing stuff because I need the phone for that. Unless I had 2 phones with internet on, unless I downloaded the songs to my phone and then on one of them, if I had a second phone, then I could do that, I guess, but yeah. But right now, I can't do that. So people are like, oh, can you film it? Unless I was doing beatboxing, which I could do that, but then from what I found is I made even less. I probably made about half the amount doing beatboxing, but I suppose that was around the time when I didn't really have it all set up properly. So maybe that helped to some degree, but I don't think people tend to appreciate that stuff as much. I don't know. Maybe I could try that. I don't know, really. I don't know what to do, really. Hi, Ban Lu Ching. I know it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So, would you have any sympathy for her? Is the question. Some people are saying they don't have any sympathy for her when they see her crying and all that. That they're like, she's done it to herself. But then some people are like, well, she's been like kind of groomed into it or something, and it's like, yeah, she's saying that, but I don't know like if she's actually going to go through with that, or if it's just some kind of like, just more kind of like, just for the clout or whatever, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. Because that's mad. She'll have to basically, I think they worked it out, it was something like 1 minute and 26 seconds that they would get each guy. Publicity stunt, yeah. Basically it's, I mean the 100 guys is still crazy, like, I mean 101 I think she said it was technically, but in 14 hours. So, and she was only giving each of them like 2 minutes, and it was absolutely disgusting, and there was like cum all over the floor. It's like, imagine if there was actually 1,000 guys did it. Imagine what the floor would look like. It'd be all like covered in it. What the fuck? Like that would be. But yeah, 1,000 guys in 24 hours would be like what would be the point? Like they wouldn't be able to climax in that time. 1,000 is impossible. Yeah. Yeah, apparently someone did it, was it 911 or whatever it was, and it's like, but, imagine being on 427. You mean like number 427? It's just very kind of, I don't know, reduces you to an object, and, so is that how you found my channel about the videos that I did? Yeah, it's just like, I just crazy how these guys would be willing to. There was some guy who said they spent about £800 in total costs from flying to other stuff like that they had to pay for. So yeah, they've been probably paying months for like their subscription, and then they're having to pay to get there. It's like they're all about a bunch of like weak beta males, or just probably they say probably fatherless. A lot of these they probably don't have present fathers in their lives. A lot of them, they don't have a proper father figure in their life. Not to sound like they don't have proper father figures in their life, Yeah, it's going viral in hometown here in New Jersey. Fucking hell. Yeah, I saw like the video, like the documentary got about 3.8 million views already in like 5 days. Crazy. I'm just thinking about the guy who made the documentary. I'm like, what kind of person would want to, document that kind of shit? Because all you're gonna do is just give it more publicity. Just like when fucking Fresh and Fit are getting these OF models on their show to roast them, but all you're doing is just getting them to get more subscriptions. So I just see it as it's just going to probably make things worse by even making a documentary like that. You're bringing more publicity to it. Imagine that, all these, out of that 3 point whatever million views, it's like, it's like, how many guys maybe in there will actually go and join her subscription now, since they've seen that? Or will it put some guys off? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it will result in a net positive or a net negative? Because I think that, you could say it was like an educational thing to show the horrors of that and show it for what it really is, and because she actually was breaking down, crying at the end of it. But the thing is, a lot of these guys aren't going to care, and a lot of these women will continue to do it because they're raking in so much money. So it's like, you could say that it's these men's fault for doing it because they are kind of funding their lifestyle or whatever, but she chose to do it. So I kind of see both points of view, but it's like, ultimately it's her choice. Like, if she chooses not to do it, then these men will just have to kind of, I don't know, find some other way of getting some kind of pleasure or whatever. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a sign of the times that this, you could say it's this woke liberal crap that's poisoned society. All this, especially since the age of social media and this kind of attitude that people have of like live and let live, which I do agree with, the whole kind of, like the libertarian kind of, perspective of things, really. But at the same time, it's like people need to be kind of instilled responsibility and discipline, and I think we need to address the issues of, what's going on with the parenting, like how have they brought up someone to become so degenerate is the question. And it's like, of course, it's not always the parent's fault, but you have to ask, you know, like the question, hello Dale, so what do you think about this whole thing of the OF girl sleeping with 100 men in one day? I don't know if have you seen that thing? I'm pretty sure you've probably already seen stuff about it, but there's some people trying to blame men for it, saying that they're exploiting her, saying that she's vulnerable. Well, she's a grown adult. How is she vulnerable? Like, she's just, yeah. I haven't looked into it at all, to be honest. Yeah, it is true. She actually did sleep with 100 men. Like, there was literally cum all over the floor. It was just disgusting. Like, yeah, and apparently the smell like made the guy retch. Like, you could hear the guy retching, the guy who made the documentary. It's like, it's just so gross. And the fact that this sort of stuff is normalized by these woke feminist types saying, "You go, girl. You're strong and empowered," and all that, and it's just disgusting. And then, yeah, it's I don't know. I will need to look into it. So there's a video of the room. I bet it stank too high up, and yeah, the guy was retching up with the smell of all the cum in there. It's like, yeah. It's like just so fucked up. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like it almost feels like we're in end times, you know, with the way that the world's going. Like the progressive, just call it progressivism or whatever. It's progressive degeneration is what it is. So it's a documentary. It sounds grotesque. Yeah. The thing is, the guy was trying to kind of come across kind of like he was open-minded and not to be like interrogating or anything like that and antagonizing, but he seemed to be quite kind of he didn't seem to be really understand it all, to say the least. But yeah, he wasn't going to be all like kind of a dick about it. But I don't know, just I don't know, like it's just like I don't know how anyone could even be like able to just do this and be like okay with it, just like be like, you're a fucking 304, like just like, you know, sort your fucking shit out, like you're, yeah. She was saying, oh, it started all, you know, because she was at uni and it was just to be able to buy a few extra drinks, and then it just like one thing led to another. It's like, yeah, so you're gonna sell your soul just so you can buy a few extra drinks. Absolutely pathetic. Well, her argument was, oh well, if I'm being objectified all the time anyway, so I might as well just do it and earn a bit of money. It's like the way that they'll justify it to themselves because they know deep down that what they're doing is not right. And she's, oh well, you know, I sleep around at uni. It's so yeah. But then the guy who was documenting it was saying that, well, yeah, there's you know, most of them will do that, but they won't feel like going on and showing off their body on, you know, and getting paid to do that. You know, turning yourself into some commodity and objectifying yourself that way, putting a price on something that's should be kind of private and only between you and your loved one. Really, it just takes. It's like the whole sex thing. It just become like something that's not special anymore. Trying to turn something that's sacred into something of just like mindless hedonism. Do you know the title of the video? Just put, I slept with 100 men in a day or something like that, or women. She's called Lily Phillips. I'm surprised you haven't seen anything about it really, because it's been blowing up online. There's been a lot of reactions, and it's yeah. yeah, the stuff's been doing the rounds on social media. But yeah, things have just gotten really effed up now, and God help this generation that's growing up right now, and they're seeing all this shit. I don't know. It's just, I'm just concerned of like what's gonna happen. Are things just gonna keep getting worse, or I guess she just wanted the attention. Yeah, because to me it's like she do all that thing, so now she's probably gonna get more simps to her account now. Because most of these guys are watching, they don't care that it's affecting her emotionally, because it's like they'll just keep, like subscribing to her OF. There might be the odd ones that cancel, but I think more people are gonna join as a result of this. So the guy fucking documenting this shit, I don't think he probably even really cares. He's probably just doing it for his own clout as well, The carpet might need to be changed. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. Like, will you ever be able to clean that off? I'm sure that it was in. I'm sure they rented out a fucking Airbnb or something. Like, what the fuck? I'm sure that she said that it was a rented Airbnb. Like, really? So basically, if that's the case, then whoever lives there, not lives there. I mean, like whoever. She's from the UK. She's English. Yeah. It's just one of these kind of woke liberal types that's just like sexually liberated and all this crap. It's like I don't know, it's just kind of gross, isn't it? And you got to question like what's going on with the parents. Hello, Catherine, how you doing? Like, what is wrong with these parents? Or how have they not been able to bring up someone that's respectable? Because every time she gets seen in the street, she's just going to be known as a slut. Because this is the thing: if you put yourself out there on these platforms, and if people, let's say, imagine if you're from a certain area, and then like in a town or whatever, or a city, and it's like, and then someone that you went to school with or whatever, and they see it, and then they start sharing it out with their friends, and then you then start to get a reputation that you're just a slapper, and you're a 304, like. But it's like some of these people don't have any shame whatsoever. It's like the penny hasn't dropped of like how fucked up all that is. And they're like, oh, I value my mother's opinion more than some random people's opinion. So the question is, why is her mum being an enabler? Why is she kind of okay with this? That she doesn't feel any, the fact that her daughter doesn't even feel any shame from this, and then she's like, oh yeah, like I mean, it makes you just wonder if her mum's actually profiting from it. Well, welcome back, Abby. Her mum might be profiting from the degeneracy, because why else would she be okay with it? But it just goes to show how people will sell their soul for money. If it makes you $1 million, because I've heard something that she's made about £2 million from this bullshit. So she must be raking in probably 100k a month or whatever, because it's her mum. What do you mean, Lord Millwall? I mean, but it's like, it's like, I don't. It's like you want the best for your children, but it's like if the children are doing the wrong thing, then you have to kind of say, you know what, this is not right. If you actually do want the best for your children and not just want it because you think, well, maybe I can get something out of it. So how have they actually brought her up to become so degenerate in the first place is a question. I don't know, but the only thing is that I think she's probably making some kind of kickback from it. I heard that she actually manages her daughter or something, but I don't know how true that was, but it's like, yeah, it's just a problem when you have all these enablers around you that are not trying to guide you in the right direction. And yeah, I was just talking about that whole fucking OF thing again. It's because it's just it's quite disturbing actually when you think about it. The degeneracy of it. It's like, I don't know, they just like have to keep on getting more and more extreme with these kind of content. Like, because it's like, you could say it's because the demand will keep on getting more and more extreme. So it's like, you know, you sell your soul for money, and then it's this simple slippery slope of like having to do more and more extreme things to keep the interest in you, because the thing is that there's competition on these apps. So then some other woman might then do something else, and then they might go and subscribe to them instead. So it's like they feel like pressured to kind of keep up in the ante all the time. And but it's like, yeah, but they've chose that path for themselves. They've chosen money over ethics. So that's why some people don't feel sorry for her. But some say that they feel sorry for her because of the way that she's been kind of, you could say she's been a bit groomed into it. So it's kind of like two sides of it, but I still think the whole thing's kind of fucked up, and that she's at least responsible to some degree of what happened. And the fact that she's continuing to want to do these things is quite disturbing, really. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, she's stained her reputation like the carpet stained. Yeah. Well, this is what happens. It's like, and she's like, oh well, yeah, some guy will want me still. You know, the poor bugger, whatever she called him, like whoever is going to want her. The thing is that what she was saying, that it'll either be someone else that's in the industry, or just someone who's willing to lend her out. She was saying it's quite. So yeah, like, she's not exactly doing a good advertisement for herself, is she? For a good partner. And I guess basically what she means is she wants a guy who can just like let her be all promiscuous and go and sleep with other guys while, you know, being freaking married to somebody else. That's the world we're living in. But yeah, I certainly wouldn't be willing to do that. You couldn't pay me to do that. I doubt she would be partner material for you, not your type. No, I think almost all guys' type, to be honest. Yeah, she's not bad looking and all that, but I don't give a fuck. No amount of looks is gonna convince me that it's okay to be with someone who's just a slut, you know? There's some serious issues going on that, yeah, I know, it's just fucked up, isn't it, you know? Like, what is wrong with these people, you know? Like, she was like, oh, you know, I was doing it in uni, and I was like, because I was like, oh, you know, if I could get an extra couple of £100 for some more drinks, because I was a bit skinned, it's like, I don't even know if that story was even true. It's like there's a lot of, I don't know, sometimes they'll fabricate bits of stories, and like, was that really how she got started? Oh, you know, it was just one thing led to another. No, she probably just saw it as a golden opportunity. She was like, oh, I'm quite pretty. I can just I can probably get somewhere with this. I'll just start promoting it to all the people in my uni or whatever, and I'll start, kind of just shamelessly, kind of promoting myself everywhere, and then become a millionaire off it. Yeah, it's absolutely just vile. I think it's yeah. But of course, you could say that it's also disgusting that the men who are participating in it. I don't understand. Some of these guys are actually with somebody else as well, and this is just kind of weird. That there was one on the documentary that was he was gonna go sleep with her, and then when he was literally with his missus at the time. It's what the fuck? Like you said, it's raising the bar after her. There will be more. Yeah, that's it. Because someone will be inspired by that and just take things to the next level. What's gonna be next after that? Hi, Daniel Ricketts. How you doing? You alright? Welcome in here. How are they gonna make it more extreme? It's yeah. This whole kind of need for clout and money. It's over kind of over anything kind of meaningful. I can't believe her mum is her manager. How could someone's mum let her daughter do that? Exactly. That's what we're saying. That when it's she should know better than to be letting her daughter be now become seen by everyone all over the world now as being this kind of degen. It's yeah, even if they haven't seen her pictures or whatever, but she just plastered herself everywhere. I saw some of the stuff that she was wearing. It didn't really leave much to the imagination. So, but yeah. You get to pay to just see her get railed by some guys. It's why would anyone want to pay for that? You can literally just go watch shit for free. I'm not saying people should do that, but what makes it special is to see her doing it, So, I don't know. And then they get a couple of minutes to fuck her, and then yeah, that's so good, some of these guys are coming over from way away. Some guy came over from Switzerland who had to pay £100 whatever to fly over, and it's just crazy. We're in kind of we're in a clown world basically is what we're living in, and no one's gonna convince me otherwise. This is generation absurd. It's just there's just no thought into anything now. It's just completely, like I said, it's what's in it for me? It's always me. So I was talking about the whole self-care thing and how people become increasingly more narcissistic. So yeah, that we need to do what's right for ourselves, but we've got to think about the ramifications on society as to what we're doing. How is this good for anybody? How is it good for relationships to be encouraging cheating and all this promiscuous crap? It's just,
Yeah, exactly. If there's no boundaries set, then they're just gonna think that they can get away with anything. Yeah, she's not bad looking. That's the only thing that she really has going for her. And the thing is, it's like, do these people really have no talent or anything at all? Because can she not fucking make a living for us actually just doing something more wholesome? Like, can she not just find a more wholesome way to make money? It's kind of sad if that's what you're resorting to. Yeah, the attention, it's like, but for what though? It's like, because it's some kind of drug, but I think it's more the money. Because she's making bank from this shit. It's like there was that, what is it, Sophie Rain, who made $43 million in 1 year on OF. She's predicted to become the first billionaire from OF. So if she keeps doing that for the next few years, then who knows? So yeah. But it's just, I don't know, like the whole attention thing, it's kind of a drug to these women. It's just funny how a lot of women will try to like shame men about playing video games and saying it's bad for them. But these very same women will like be on social media all day, and that's not healthy for them. I'd say that's actually a lot less healthy for them than video games, because what they're doing on these social media apps is oftentimes they're comparing themselves to other people. They just play video games and just kind of, it can help you to kind of go into like, a different world. You can kind of have a bit of an escape. But with social media, it's like, it's like you'll never feel like you're good enough, because you'll keep seeing people doing better than you. It's like there's always this competition of like, now yeah, you can get competition on video games as well. It depends on what modes and stuff you're doing, but depends who you're competing against and all that. But when you're on social media, there's, you're gonna see stuff on your feed. There's gonna be, you always just this need to like have validation, people kind of liking your posts and stuff, and then you see people who are getting more likes than you, and then if she keeps it up, I don't know if that can do damage to her body though, and say, well, maybe that it might be doing something to her clit. I was actually thinking of making a meme about the whole situation, and it would go, top caption, it's like, I would fuck 500 males, and I would fuck 500 more. That's basically her in a nutshell. Instead of that song, I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. Yeah, anyway, it's just if you don't laugh you'll cry kind of thing, isn't it? It's like when it's just such a fucked up situation, but there's just way too many enablers. And some people say that we should bring back shaming in society, like, not like in a kind of harsh way or whatever, but we should be more kind of like, we shouldn't be so kind of like tolerant towards certain things like that. People will then get accused as being bigots for doing that though. It's like, but we should be like kind of more, kind of like, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. That is not good for you, is it? Like, there's just no accountability. like maybe if people actually got shamed for like I don't know, it's like I'm not saying that they should be like disowned necessarily, but like they should be criticized. They should be, you know, like it should be said, you know, that this person is being quite irresponsible and that they're making bad life choices. And if people saw that, you know, that everyone was getting, you know, sort of roasted for doing it, then maybe people wouldn't do it anymore. I don't know. But then again, there's always going to be the ones who just don't care. Some people just don't care about because to them, like, all publicity is good publicity. It's one of those things, really. It is what it is at the end of the day. Alright, I think I'm gonna restart the live.